everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video because we are going to review one book that has a very beautiful cover. I judge this book by the cover, and really sometimes judging book by the cover is not a bad thing. The phrase of don't judge a book by its cover sometimes not always true. It's like the cover is their appearance, and then sometimes the substance is not bad. It's like someone with pretty face but they have personality. So this book is the third book of Across the Universe trilogy, Shades of Earth. This is almost 500 pages, to be exact 493 pages, and published a year after A Million Suns. I do not know how the author works, but for this book, it published 3 years in a row, to 2011, 2012, and 2013. Alright, so what's this book about? I'm going to read short synopsis so we know where this is going and how it ends. Amy and Elder finally leave the confines of the Godspeed ship and set foot in Earth Centauri, the planet that will be their new home. But this place turns out to be much different than Amy imagined. And they are not the only creatures there. Each new discovery brings greater danger. If their colony is destroyed, everything they have sacrificed, friends, family, life on Earth, will be in vain to build a new future on Earth Centauri. From the synopsis, it's really juicy because finally they're landing on Earth Centauri. Not only that, from the synopsis also we know what happened in the Earth Centauri, the originality of the planet. For the character and story breakdown of the synopsis, it's very visible. Amy and Elder successfully landing on Earth Centauri. So, this is spoiler. I think I should say it, probably not. By the end of Book 2, Shades of Earth, when I said big events, is Amy and Elder finally make decision to landing to the Earth Centauri. And they are successfully land, although it was not smooth landing. And then the planet is nothing like a paradise they expected. Amy expected Earth Centauri is to be identical like Sol Earth. But Earth Centauri is more like ancient of Earth, a lot of dangerous plants, poisonous plants, and mega animal like dinosaur or something. And they try to keep their colony alive. Because there are a lot of megafauna on this planet, their colony is constantly on danger and they fight so hard to preserve their colony. The story is much likely about survival in a hostile world, building a future when nothing is guaranteed, and self-discovery under extreme circumstances. Because this is the last book, it's also wrapped all the story from Across the Universe. For the character, we still have the same character unless, I don't know, some of it are no longer in the story. There are Amy, Elder, Doc still alive, and Amy's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Martin, the people of Godspeed, and cryo passengers. It is said that people who are born on the ship called shipborn and the cryo passenger called earthborn. My first impression about this book is I have told you before that the third book is actually my favorite book on this trilogy because it's answered the questions, the mystery solved, And also, there are new discovery in the new world. One of the discovery that really fascinates me on this book is the planet, their atmosphere, whatever it is inside that, it's really genetically changing. Uh, it said that Emmy had green eyes, but then when they're landing, Emmy's eyes turned to blue. Genetic change. And then I love the cover. I told you. Oh my god. Look at this. This cover is beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful. What I still don't get it is Emmy and Elder dynamic here. The romance. I don't really get the romance between them. I don't know why. And there are also memorable scenes. When I read something, I always remember few scenes from the story. The iconic scene, and for me about this book is when they're landing. After they're landing, and then they get out of the ship, whatever it is. They did not in Godspeed landing. They just, I don't know, some part of the ship. They land some part of the ship on it, and then when they are get out of the ship, they find the ground, the soil, the sand is really different. It's like shining. Not stop there. When they accepted that the sand, the soil is really weird, they suddenly got attacked by a bird. This bird is not like any bird. It's a mega bird. It's a big bird. In this novel, it described as pterodactyl, some kind of ancient dinosaur bird. Because of this attack, so many people got hurt, and there are no medical team on the ship, so they have to improvise to heal the wounded. I remember Emmy tried to stitch someone when she never performed that. And then another shocking revelation is when they found out they are not the first people who arrived on the planet. They find some kind of base camp. They found hidden housing, they found hidden base camp. There were also a fighter. That base camp actually has a fighter that they later use it. There are no questions for these books because this is the last book and there are only answers. I think every questions I have asked from the first book to the second book already answered, so probably I'm going to say this. Earth Centauri is ancient Earth with weird plants and animals. I think eldest or elder are the biggest mystery for me because why did he clone himself? I don't know the reason. But initially, the first eldest is the captain of the ship, and then for some reason, he cloned himself to lead the rest of the journey. I'm going to rating this book 4.5 out of 5. I cannot say 5 out of 5 because I still don't feel Emmy and Elder romance dynamic. That is something really off. I love the science fiction side, I love the adventure and the mystery side, but the romance, for me, it feels a little off. Of course, I would recommend this book for the people who already read first two book or maybe only the first book previously on the Cross the Universe trilogy. This is the ending, and the story is not heavy. It's very comfortable to read. If you want something different and still can follow through the story, the story is not cringe. You can immerse yourself on it. A beautiful cover again. And for people who are not science fiction reader and want to try science fiction, this book is recommended. It's easy, it's light, comfortable. You can read it before bed or in the morning before your activity. This is the only trilogy book I own, not Ender's Game, not The Hunger Games, not anything. I mean, I have Narnia series, but that is not trilogy because there are 7 books. I fell in love by the cover. I initially looking for this book because I want to read romance that's setting in a space, galactic romance across the universe. I googled it and I found this book, and also because this book has a beautiful cover. Unlike any other books, these books have many editions. There are many cover versions. I like the design of like stars, galaxy. I don't know, it's just so beautiful, I think. First book is purple, the second is black, orange, and the third is green. It's all represent of the story. The first book is Across the Universe. This one, purple, I think, because I started the setting inside the Godspeed. Uh, Godspeed is on the space, and then when we thinking about outer space in many artwork is usually described as purple or blue or something like that. Although actually space is just space, it's black, and galaxy is not like that. Two people almost kiss, it represents Amy and Elder. Amy is being slept on a cryo and Elder is the one who awakened her. The second book is A Million Suns. It's black and orange, very much represent the mystery of Godspeed and the confusion and the chaos. And these two figure here inside the ball, whatever it is. It's like Amy and Elder trying to decode and looking the answer. And the last book is Shades of Earth. I love it. I love this one. It's green, represent Earth Centauri because Earth is green, lot of trees, and then Amy and Elder finally uh continuing their new life as a new planet habitant. I would say to have this book is pretty wild. It's very difficult. Like I found this book, the rarity, on local bookstore. I always find only one of each book. So when you go to the bookstore and you want to buy certain book, when you go to the bookstore and you want to buy certain book, usually there are many of stack of book, but not for this one. I could only find one of this for each book. And not for this, there are two. There are only two. I bought this one and it's loosening in the middle. Look, I don't know how to fix it, so I just like put it in the middle. And for the A Million Suns, I found this book the only one on the bookstore. And like this, there are no seal on it. It's just like naked and the only one. And because I want to read it, I bought it. I don't usually bought a book where they are not sealed anymore, but there are no others, so I just get it. So far, this is worth it. Beth Revis is one of my favorite authors. After I read Across the Universe trilogy, I have another book of her, and I'm really curious if this book is as good as Across the Universe. Let's see, we will review that in the future after I finish reading the book. I think that is enough for today's book review video. I don't have any other thing to say other than the cover of this trilogy book is so beautiful. There's a story because of this book cover. A few times ago, I went into Book Bazaar, and that is like the biggest book bazaar on this country or in the world. I don't know if the scale is the world or not, but anyway, I found a book that's similar to this cover, and I bought it. The title is Plus One by Elizabeth Fama. I made a short video about purple book cover on my short. It's one of them. It's also kind of like science fiction, romance. For the romance part, that book is better than Across the Universe. We're not going to talk about it because I have not finished reading it. I'll see you guys in my next book review video. Bye!